Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, it's good to have you back. This week I've made the long journey back up to the lakes, the second time in 3 weeks. Walking with me today are two ex-work colleagues, Ed and Carl. So as I was saying, we've come to an area called Seatoller. We're going to take in 6 Hewitts, Crags, Glaramara Safe Top, which is also known as Red Becks, Dovenest Crag, Seathwaite and Rosthwaite fell. I don't think I've mentioned them all there, but I'll surely point them out as we hit those summits. Hopefully all the lessons that I learned from my previous visit to the lakes, i.e. external microphone, having enough batteries, the bigger memory card, all those little failings will be overcome today. The forecast is looking pretty good. Looking on the MWIS site prior to the journey up, it did say showers to be expected, but as we can see, the sun's out and looks like we're going to have a beautiful day. So after travelling all the way up the steep track, we're now dropping down a little bit, and then that's our route ahead. I think we'll expect some heavy breathing going up that one. There we go, my turn. Wait for the splash. There we go, back to making the grumpy old man noises as I go uphill. Well, as you can probably tell by my breathing, we've done nearly 600 metres of ascent up that steep climb, and just ahead of us now is the summit of our, well, it's going to be our first Wainwright. It's not actually a Hewitt, but it is Rosthwaite fell. We just swapped over to the Gopro because we have got a little bit, although it's not too difficult, a little bit scrambling, a little bit of hands on, nothing major. Well, Carl's just give out a little cheer, so I presume the summit is actually in sight. So here we go, time for my little legs to do a bit of a stretching exercise again. There we go. Last final few steps. This is the view from the top of Rosthwaite Fell. We're heading in that direction, and then that big dome over there, dome of a hill, that is Great End, which I don't think we're doing today, but we're certainly heading over in that direction, and then we'll be coming back along that spur over there, making our way back down. And I think just in the distance, the white buildings, we can make out the National Trust buildings and the car park where we started from. So after leaving Rosthwaite Fell, we've probably been walking for about 10 minutes, and we're approaching Dovenest Crag, which will be our first Hewitt. And Dovenest Crag, sorry, I out of breath. And Dovenest Crag is just a Hewitt, it's not an actual Wainwright. And as we've turned the corner, there's the summit just in front of us. So we'll just let Carl and Ed go on in front a little bit, watch them summiting. I'll make my way slowly up so that the microphone hopefully doesn't pick up me being out of breath. So this is our second of the day. And this is Dovenest Crag. So let's do the all important bit. Touch the top, and then, so looking back to the rocky crags over there, that's Rosthwaite Fell, and you can probably make out the path that we've come along. And that's our next one, which is Combe Head, which looks like it's going to have us blowing again. As you can see, some lovely views. So it's levelled out after that little climb that we've had. Just in front is Combe Head, and still got a bit of climbing to do. There's Combe Head. That is Glaramara, which unfortunately I think in previous footage from Rosthwaite and Dovenest Crag I said was Combe Head. Final little push now. We're coming up to the summit of Combe Head. Try not to sound out of puff. Last few steps, here's the cairn. And there we go, number 3 of the day. And looking towards Glaramara. Panning round. Combe Head, then we can just make out Honister slate mine. They'd have Fleetwith Pike just behind.
Yeah.
Coming round, that's where we started, and then further round we're looking in the direction of Helvellyn, and we're making our way now to Glaramara. Come on, mate, I'll follow you.
Sound.
I'm locked in.
And as always, they always pick the ones with the big steps for the person with the littlest legs. So after a short little scramble, got the cane in sight. A few people already at the summit. Are you there? As he tries not to sound too out of breath. Oh, touch the top. Well, with Glaramara not having a trig point and just having a rocky cairn there, well, we made the mistake of seeing two people sitting by a cairn. We actually believed we was at the summit of Glaramara, but still, it's only a hop, skip and a jump across, and we'll soon be at Glaramara. And here we go, a hop, skip and a jump later, and we're at the summit of Glaramara. And we'll do this quickly because we've just summited Glaramara now. We could drop down a little bit just to try and get out of the wind because it does pick up on the GoPro. This one is a bit of a nothing. And then sort of this one in between the two dips here, so hopefully my finger's pointing to it. That is Alan Crags. So in between Alan Crags and this nothing, we've got Red Beck.
There's two of them.
Just make that out. Got a couple of there's one, and there's the second one coming. Here we are now. We're on Glaramara South Top, or Red Beck as it's otherwise known. So there we go. We've touched that one, but I think on the way down we're just gonna have a cheeky touch of the other one just to make sure. Just to cover ourselves.
Have we just come off that one?
Yeah. So that was the nothing that we was pointing to, and The reason that's not a Hewitt or the safe top ridge as we believe is there's not a drop of 30 metres all the way around that summit where there is on this one. So this is Red Beck, and then just in front now our next one is Alan Crags, and then we're going round to the right. I think we're going in the direction of that little tarn that we can see, and then our final hill of the day will be Seathwaite Fell. And so just to cover ourselves, when we was at that last cairn, which from where we are now looks higher, we've actually come back to the first rocky summit, which is probably a bit of a stretch. So we just come back to that one just to see which one is the higher of the two, because we've got 3 potential tops. Again, if you know which is the actual official summit, leave us a note in the comments. We have touched all 3 just to be on the safe side, so we can mark Red Beck off our tick list. So we're looking back there towards Red Beck and the tarns, and then we're making our way slowly up the path to Alan Crags. There we go, there's Alan Crags. We're obviously on the Gopro, so you're probably picking up a bit of the wind noise. Looking down, we've got the tarn.
You're right.
And then looking over, we've got Great End. Hello there. Sort of creeped upon us, that has. But we're finally at the summit of Alan Crags. So I'm just going to do the obligatory. There we go, Alan Crags bagged, which is our 3rd Wainwright and 5th hill of the day. So that's our next summit there, which is Seathwaite Fell. Looking behind that, behind the tarn, we believe that's Great Gable. There's Great End to Crag. So we're just below Escorts, and there's a bit of stone wall there with like 4 quadrants and nice little windbreak. We're not going that far, we're actually taking this path now. There's the tarn, we're just going to go follow the path to the left of the tarn. Seathwaite Fell. Oh well, cancel that.
It's not it.
False alarm.
Where are we going to go?
Keep it going. It's not going to be a flat land. There's nothing higher in the distance, but it's not this one.
So, final summit of the day. Fast approaching the top of Seathwaite Fell. So here we go. Last one of the day. Brilliant. Looking at our view on our descent. So a bit of height to lose. That was the descent, that's where we've come from. Quite knee jarring, a bit boggy in places, but we finally hit the path. And now it's a nice steady descent into Seatoller. So we've had a long walk out from our final summit. We're now back at the car and we've had a brew. The route itself was 10 miles long. We've taken in 6 Hewitts and 4 of those were Wainwright, so it's a nice little climb up on my tally for both of those hills that I'm recording. We've done about 80 metres in total of ascent, which in some places is quite hard work, and I can certainly feel it on my thighs and my calves. But yeah, it's been a good day. The weather's been kind, as you can see. We've had the sun out all day and we've not had the predicted showers that were on the MWIS forecast. So I've had a very enjoyable day's walking, so thanks to Ed for leading and Carl for his company as well. We've chewed the fat over a number of things, so it's good to have a catch up. And just leaves me to say, if you've enjoyed the video, please remember to hit that like button and the subscribe.